Just inputting some information here. Let's see if we're actually live or not. Bloody. Oh dear. What is going on? Am I actually live or not? I don't know. Oh dear. Crap. Why can't I ever find anything? The bloody YouTube app is a joke. This is unbelievable. Oh my god. Give me a second there, guys. I need to find what the hell is going on with this thing. There we go. This bloody thing. Bloody thing. Yeah. Hey Brian, how are you? How are you things? Yeah, I couldn't find my own bloody channel on. I've got the YouTube app installed, and I couldn't find the damn link. When I click on my YouTube link in the app, and it doesn't show any bloody live stream. Anyways, whatever. We are live now, so we're going to get into it. I'm just going to post this link here. There we go. Right, there we go. Right, so welcome back to the channel, my friends. I hope everybody is safe and well. So yeah, a bit of an exclusive for you guys today, I think. Now, as you know, my friends, I don't stream very often, unless I have, something to show off. As you can probably see from the, the title. So let me explain what's going on here. Let me go into the thingy here, right? Right. So my games team has been working on a pack of mods, right? This is a brand new brand to Farming Simulator, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a mod on the official mod hub, right? So and it's going to be a new brand, and we have written permission from Winton. Winton are a UK company. They specialize in equipment for subcompact and small tractors. So their equipment is very low weight, low horsepower, that type of thing for really small tractors, right? Vineyard equipment, that type of thing. So basically, what we did was we started a modding process several weeks ago. We contacted the company, and we asked for written permission, to make a mod from their their real world equipment and that type of thing. So we have written permission. We need to when we submit the mod to the mod hub and that type of thing. Obviously, we're going to try and get Winton for consoles, which means that Giants and Winton will have to touch base and do whatever they do. I don't know the actual process of getting a brand onto Farming Simulator, licensed brand. I assume there's some kind of paperwork involved, but I'll leave that between Winton and Giants, But yeah, so we do have written permission to use the Winton brand and their equipment in Farming Simulator. So Winton have a they've if you go to winton.co.uk or wintonmachinery.co.uk, they have quite a range of equipment. Not all of it is suitable for Farming Simulator, just because of the type of equipment they have, But what we did was we selected 6 pieces of equipment that we thought would be useful and for Farming Simulator, right? So what we have is we have a mower, two moors. We have a 1.1 meter and a 1.8 meter mower. These are what they would call topper mowers. They're for in the real world, for example, they would be used for let's say fields or grass areas that are regularly cut and maintained, that type of thing. Not very long, grass, well maintained grass that is probably cut every, 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, So yeah, we have the Winton, we have a 1.1 and a 1.8 meter moors. We have a bale spike. We have two different pallet forks. We have a front weight, all right, a weight box. You can actually fill the weight box. And we have a very interesting and very nice trailer, small little trailer. We also have now in the real world, we have what they call a landscape rake, right? So in the real world, the landscape rake would be it would move or collect, like stones or branches, to clean up an area, that type of thing. If you go on YouTube and you look at a landscape rake, you can kind of see what kind of function it performs. But for the purposes of Farming Simulator, what we've done is we've made it into a weeder, right? So that's what we've done. Yeah, finish moors, I guess, would be kind of there are Winton, for example. They have several different types of moors, grass moors, but they all perform different functions in the real world, and they're intended for different conditions and field types or whatever. So yeah, the rake, we have the little the landscape rake. So that's 1.5 or 1.8 meters, right? So this is all beta, okay? None of this is finished. You can certainly expect some issues. We're going to go through it, and we're going to look at the equipment, and it give me an opportunity to see what kind of quirks or bugs or whatever need to be fixed and worked out. And it will also give Winton Machinery an opportunity to look at what we are planning to present to Farming Simulator or Giant Software and that type of thing. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to load everything in. What the? What do you mean it's not installed? Hold on a second. Let me do that again. I screwed something up there. Let's get my Xbox controller. There we go. So, right, we'll hop into the game. We'll take a look at it. So yeah, we've been working on this pack for several weeks now. In the real world, Winton have they have flail mowers. They have pieces of equipment for making holes in the ground. I don't know what you call those bloody things. They have several different types of mowers. They have a mulcher. They have kind of a stone picker type thing. So there's at least 3 or 4 other pieces of equipment where we could potentially put them into maybe in an update. But those pieces of equipment are a lot more complex and complicated from a 3D model standpoint. So we kind of stuck, this is our first time submitting a ModHub mod, right? So what we wanted to do, we wanted to make it simple so we can see what the process of actually submitting a mod to Giants and dealing with their QA team and that type of thing, you know what I mean? Seeing what's involved in the QA process. We have no doubt that they will fail the mod. Probably, we're doing our best to make it, as that it will be, accepted right off the bat. But there's always some reason that that Giants could fail the mod. You know what I mean? So we're using this pack as an opportunity to learn what the mod hub process and dealing with the QA team is like and that type of thing. Yeah, Winton is no. I have checked already. Of course, Winton is not on the mod hub. And it's not been in previous mod hubs or previous versions of Farming Simulator. There are no third-party mods of Winton either, right? So this will be brand new. You know what I mean? Yeah, they are absolutely compact tractor stuff, Right. They are they are very low horsepower and very lightweight. You know, they're designed for very, very small tractors. So when I say small tractors, I mean something like this, or the Rex, or probably even the even smaller tractors. You know, that type of thing. You know, the really, really small stuff. The Antonio Carrera stuff would be absolutely if I have that. Do I have Antonio Carrera? I do, look. Yeah, so this type of stuff, you know what I mean? So I could maybe, let's get this, right? Okay, let's get this one here. This is 38 horsepower. Okay, she's only 1.3 ton, you know, that type of thing. This one is even smaller. So what I would, you know, what I would kind of be testing with is probably something like this. You know what I mean? With the Rex here. Right, you can see how small that is there compared to the Rex, look. Very, very small. So here is your Winton machinery pack. So we have the mower, the topper mower. This is the Winton WTM110/180. So this is as a if we go in here into the specs. So here it is in the shop here. Okay. So it is a 3-point attacher, as you can see. Look, right. And you have your PTO and that type of thing, right? The blade underneath, a single spinning blade. So as you can see here, the model, the smaller version is 175 kilograms, 25 horsepower, 1.1 meter, and 9 mph. Right? We have the larger version, which is the 1.8 meter version. Right? So these object change between 1.1 and 1.8. Okay. We have all the decals and everything on it. Right? All the assets we made ourselves, the decals, the Winton provided us very kindly with the logo. See the Winton brand there? The white lettering, they provided us with that. And we had some guidance in terms of the VIN plate and the warning decals and that type of thing, you know what I mean? So, color options. Basically, this is just a standard color options. You know, there's nothing fancy or custom or anything. But if you wanted to change the color, these are base game colors, right? So the 1.8 meter version is 375 kilograms, 60 horsepower, and 1.8 meters. Okay. I think what we'll do, my friends, is we'll put the 1.1 on this because, you know, they're kind of designed for this. Okay. So I'll just take a little bit of a look around it so you guys can kind of see it. All right. So again, this is based on the real world piece of equipment. We had a lot of resources to work from, and there were mechanical drawings. Winton, you know, kind of helped out. Lots of pictures on the internet, videos, that type of thing. So we were able to make a well, I think we've made a very, very accurate 3D model, and I think Winton will be happy with the end result in terms of visual accuracy and stuff. So underneath is there's a mower blade. You can't obviously see it here at the moment. I've got bales all over the place because I was testing. I should probably turn off traffic, I think. Where is traffic? Turn that off there. So we'll just do a little bit of testing. Okay? Just to test it out and see what it's like, you know. I mean, there's nothing revolutionary here, my friends. It is basically just a mower, you know. I'm trying to see, can I look underneath here to see the spinning blade, but there's an animation inside, obviously. Your PTO is spinning away, as one would expect it to be, and it's shaking inside and stuff, you know. Okay, so 1.1 meter working width. Uh, 9 mph working speed. You know, the specs are in line with a lot of other, you know, mowers and that type of thing. You know, there's nothing, you know, radically, you know, different about it. So at the end of the day, it is a very, very small, lightweight, compact, low horsepower mower for, you know, small, subcompact tractors. Just take a look at the log. So the log is clean so far, but we'll have to load in each piece of equipment, obviously. So now we will go to the larger one. So this is 1.8 meters. While driving notwithstanding, of course. So you can... Oh god dang it. Right, so you can actually see... I'll be able to show you the blade spinning here. This one. Okay, let's turn it on. Okay, so the blade is spinning inside, as you can see. Look, so it's a single blade. Right, and she spins away. Down. Okay, so this is 60 horsepower, the 1.8 meter version. It's still very low horsepower for, you know, more. So, you know, 1.8 meters is not bad. So in the real world, my friends, this particular mower here would have a, it's not a, how can I describe it? So it has a range of horsepower that it will work with. So for example, the range would be 25 to 60 horsepower, you know, depending on, you know, field conditions. If you're going up a an incline or whatever, you know, in the real world, that is. But for the purposes of farming simulator, I've set it to the kind of the higher end of the scale here. So it's 60 horsepower, the 1.8 meter version. So in terms of a you know, a 3D model, it was relatively easy to make. You know, I mean, I didn't make it, but you know, my games team made it. But you know, it was relatively easy. You know, because it's a fairly simple design. You know, truth be told, you know, there's not many moving parts, and you know, it's all kind of, you know, easy enough, I guess. You know, and we did make all the assets, the decals, and that type of thing. These are all custom. Winton provided their brand logo and that type of thing. Made that brand logo there. We made these decals as well. So that would be your little your mowers. One other thing I'm going to try. So see the way the grass is coming out the top here. We're going to be taking a look at this and see, can we resolve this. If I show you another mod, because I've got some base game mowers. See this one here, look. Right, so she's 100 horsepower, this thing. Do I have another one? I do. I have this one. Look at this one. So she's 50. She's 2 meters. Right. So what I'm gonna get this one because I want to kind of show this one off. Yeah, there's a little, yeah, there's a little chain guard thingy on the side of it here, right? So there are little chains down here, look, on this side here. I'm not entirely sure what. No, it's actually only on one side, Brian. So I mean, we've looked at the real world piece of equipment. It's only on one on this side here. There's nothing on the opposite side. In the real world piece of equipment, that is. So I would just want to quickly get the other mower here and kind of show you the kind of the difference between how it cuts grass. Now this thing says 100 horsepower. I may not have enough juice in this particular tractor here. So this is obviously larger. So if I lower this. So you can kind of see that the grass isn't coming out through it and that type of thing. So there are a little there are little issues with the mower here. So you see the way the grass is coming through. See that? I'm going to try and fix that, right? See the way the grass is coming through here as well. You see that? I'm gonna have to try and fix that as well. Okay. Right. So there's a few little things there that need to be worked on. It's probably just the XML settings that need to be adjusted for that. But obviously we'll get that sorted before we submit it to Giant Software and stuff for the mod hub. Interesting. Have you looked closely, RL? I've usually seen them both sides. Yeah, you can look up the the real world piece of equipment if you want to. So wintonmachinery.co.uk, right? So you have the WTM 110180, and you can look it up. So you can see there, my friends, there's a series of little chains there on one side. So that is the way it is in the real world. It's only on one side. Next up, we have the bale spike. This should be self-explanatory. The WBS01, 35 kilograms. Very, very light, simple. It's a bale spike at the end of the day. There's not much to it. It's pretty tiny, as Tony would rightly point out. Cutter options. We're using a Winton red. It's a custom shade of red from Winton. And it has a VIN plate on the back there as well. We get our little tractor again. Or should we maybe get one of the smaller ones? Maybe get the small little Antonio. Where is the Antonio Carrera DLC? The Tony tractors, as we call them. Let's get this one here, look. This is from 1978, this tractor. Very, very small. Small, compact, light. So, the thing about this, so the bale spike and the pallet fork, they are 3-point implements. They're not for front loaders, just to be aware of that. So we should probably just get a tractor with a front loader just to kind of prove it, I guess. Is there something with a front loader attacher? There is, look. So we'll get a front loader. I just want to test this anyways myself. So this is just prove the point here. Hope you're doing well, Tony. I was watching you guys last night playing the scrims on the Farming Simulator League. Good stuff. So let's just put that. So look, she won't attach. Now you can get an adapter. There is an adapter on the mod hub, right? So for front loader tools, right? So you can attach a 3-point to it. Okay. So there is an adapter on the mod hub for that if you wanted to do that. But I just kind of wanted to prove the point there that it's a 3-point only piece of the tool is only 3-point. Okay. So there really is nothing to this. Now, obviously, weight is going to be an issue. These bales are heavy. So it says lift tractor tool, lower tractor tool. Okay. So obviously, that tractor doesn't have enough mass to be able to, you know, effectively lift that bale, because obviously the bale is very heavy. So we'll try the Rex. So I've already tried this already. It does work with the Rex because it's, you know, it's a much heavier tractor. Okay, lower it down. Right, so you know the usual stuff. There's nothing. I'm not, you know, there's nothing revolutionary going on here, my friends. You know what I mean? We're not breaking the mold or anything here in terms of, you know, Farming Simulator or anything. But you know, we wanted to start off with something simple. You know what I mean? And then maybe later on, you know, we can get more adventurous with mods and modding and that type of thing, you know. But since it is our first time submitting a mod hub mod, you know, we wanted something simple. Now, as you can see here, my friends, yeah, the top spike doesn't go through the entire bale, but that is more of a giant's thing than the bale spike itself. In the real world, the bales would be of a larger size, so they would actually. But it still works, more or less. You can grab that one as well. And you can spear it, okay. So once again, from a 3D model standpoint, this piece of equipment was fairly easy to, you know, didn't take that long or anything, you know. We had a lot of reference pictures and images, and we had the mechanical drawings of it as well, you know, so it wasn't too complicated or anything. So that is your bale spike. We have, so this is the pallet fork. Again, very simple design. So we have the WPF 500 and 750. So in the real world, the maximum, there's a decal on the back actually. It's on the real world piece of equipment. It says maximum safe load 500 kilograms. And then the other one then is 750. Right. So in the real world, these pallet forks would be for 72 centimeter or 86 centimeter. And obviously the weight is different between the two. So they just kind of object change, you know, there's slightly wider forks. Right. Fairly cheap as well. Color options, you know, the usual stuff that one would expect. So once again, tools for designed specifically for small, subcompact, small tractors. Certainly Antonio Carrera. There are obviously other tractors on the mod hub that are fairly small and can be used. Pallet fork is 3-point attacher only. And it is a pallet fork, so I guess let's try something like this, I guess. Just to see. I'm going to go to the back here. Let's line this up a little bit better. Just give me 1 second there, guys. Excuse me. Right, I'm not lined up properly there, I don't think. So I've only got one of the bloody things in. Let me see, can I get lined up a little bit better there on this thing? Oh, god damn it. Ah, shite. Well, I guess it works. Ah, bloody hell. The hell did I do there? I nearly broke that one. Holy crap. Let's go to the front. Go down. I think this is more to do with my driving now than anything else. Okay. Those forks are, I don't know. It must be my angle or something. I've got to not be lining this thing up properly. Get off! Get off! Dang it, get off! Get off! Ah, son of a beeswax. Let me lower it so you can get it up. Get off, bloody thing. Right, let's try one of the bags. Or the standard thingies. There we go. Ah, she's perfect. There we go, that's what we're talking about. Nice. Let's, what else do we have here? We've got the wolf. Let's try this. See how this lines up here. Nope, nope, wrong one. Select that one. Nope, backwards, Richard, backwards. So it's, I don't know, it seems slightly high. Look, see that? It's slightly high. It's not quite reaching the bottom to actually insert in. See that? Now, I don't know if that's the pallet fork or if it's the 3-point. So you see that? It's just ever so slightly, you know, it's not reaching low enough. You see that? Now let me try the front one again. So the seed bags are perfect. Let me try this front one again. Again, it's slightly high. I wonder if that's to do with just the wolf or something. Let's get this. Oh. Oh, we're good. We're good. Okay. There we go. Alright, that works. Need to extend the top link. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how we would kind of resolve that, but it seems to work with that one. What else do we have? These are just the lizard ones. Let's get this one. See how that one handles this one. Could be just the wolf design. Again, it's ever so slightly high. You're just not able to, you know, get in there, I guess. No. What else do we have? Got the saplings. Could be the tractor. That's possible. Let's actually try that, shall we? Let's see if it is the tractor. Let's try something else. Let's bring this over. So she has no 3-point on the front. So these are Tony's favorite tractors. Yeah, Antonio Guerrero DLC. He's a huge fan and uses them almost daily. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's ever so slightly too high, I think. My game team, sir, if you are watching, we may need a slight redesign of the pallet fork here, my friend. We may need to so the bottom, see the bottom part here, we may need a slight redesign to bring those forks. You know, the bottom forks are down a little bit lower, ever so slightly, because as you can see, it's having issues getting into these boxes. This is all base game stuff, so there's we're gonna have to look at the 3D model design there and maybe make some slight adjustments to it. You know, we want to make sure that everything works with, you know, base game, you know, base game boxes and whatnot. Oh, that one. Whoa, where are you going? Hold the phone, hold the phone. Maybe it's because, I don't know. That one worked perfectly. Let's go back here. That one worked as well, look. Oh, that's off to the side there. I'm not lined up properly, am I? Let's try that again. So it could be just down to my bad driving, you know, I'm not, you know, lining things up properly maybe. Yeah, it's probably just my bad driving. That one is fine. So yeah, you know, we're still in the beta testing stage, you know, and any little issues like that, you know, will get solved before we, you know, submit it to the mod hub, you know, that type of thing. That's why we test. That's why we go over it. So look, it's a very, very simple design and 3D model. You know, it's just basically a frame. But there aren't many. You know, like pallet forks and bale spikes that are actually designed for 3 points. You know, they're almost vast majority, if not all of them, are for you know, front loader tools. So this is the weight box. Okay, so this is a another 3-point implement. You could fill this. Now it's only for stone, right? So there is a fill volume attached to this, right? Very, very simple design once again. Okay, so the top comes off. There's an animation. You have the 3-point bracket at the back. Okay. So by default it's 100 kilograms, but you can open the cover. So there's an animation. So she's hollow inside, obviously, right? Okay. So you can fit 300 kilograms, or kilograms, 300 liters. Right. Let me do that again. See that? Right. So I'll open it again. Okay. Now we need to fill it. So let's get ourselves a little skid steer. We'll go with the Kubota, something different. We'll get ourselves a little skid steer 2D tool. If I can, there's the little bucket there. We shall use F12 to put stones onto this thing. Okay, so there's your stones. So now we have to fill it. Let's move this out of the way here. There you go, look. Right, and you can actually see it's much heavier now. See that? So she's got 300 litres. Okay. And then you close the cover. Right? So that's kind of the idea. So this is based on the real world, right? So in the real world, this weight box, right, from Winton, you could fill it with either sand or gravel or stones or rocks, you know, that type of thing. So we're trying to replicate kind of the real world piece of equipment. So obviously when you fill it with stones, it's going to get heavier. You know what I mean? So it now acts as a, you know, a front weight or a rear weight or whatever. Okay. So, you know, if I wanted to put a front weight on this, obviously, I can now, you know, put it on the front of the tractor here. And that's your front weight. Alright. So, yeah, there you go, that's that one. It's a little bit different. I do believe there are other mods that are on the mod hub that are weight boxes. I don't know if they have a fill type or fillable. That's one thing I don't know. I haven't really looked at it in depth. We're going to go with the next piece of equipment here. I'll leave the trailer to last. So this is so in the real world, my friends, this is a landscape rake, right? But for the purposes of Farming Simulator, we've made it into a weeder, right? So we have the WLR5 and the WLR6. So we have the base version. It's 126 kilograms, 35 horsepower, 1.5 meters, 7 mph, right? And then you have the bigger boy. We have 185 kilograms, 60 horsepower, and 1.8 meters, right? So she is a 1.8 meter weeder. Okay. And it does what it says on the tin. It's a weeder. Once again, my friends, this is from a 3D model standpoint, very simple design. You have a series of tines here at the back, right? You have the main frame, right? You've got a license plate, that type of thing. So it's based on the real world piece of equipment, obviously. And you know, it does what it's supposed to do, I guess. Now I don't know if I have any fields ready with weeds or not. Not sure. Doesn't look like there's anything with weeds. If I can I don't know what I'm going to put down here. So I want the weeds to come up. So I want to move time forward, I guess. How do I move time forward? That didn't do anything there. Let's move time forward again, I guess. Tony, how do I put weeds onto the ground here? Do you know? Oh crap! That's the wrong button, Richard. I don't remember how to put. Do you put set field fruit or set ground type? Corn mask, none. Lime needs rolling. Sown. Is there weeds? So I have no idea. Cloud herbicide stuff. Oh crap. That doesn't look good. That's not right either. Direct so it should be this, but I need to fast forward time. But anyways, I've already tested the weeder. It does actually work. So you you put it down and that type of thing, and it works as any weeder would. So you get the idea there. I said there's nothing here that's ready. So you need first stage weeds, and the map, as you can see, my friends, doesn't have any first stage weeds. So this is like second and third stage weeds, So there's nothing really for us to kind of to prepare. But you get the idea. As I said, I've tested it already, and it does work as a weeder. So, and it's nice. It's lightweight, 1.8 meters. It's designed for certain size tractors. That type of thing. Right, well, let's go to the last piece of equipment then, which is the trailer. I think the trailer is probably the kind of, in my opinion anyways, I think it's probably the best part of the pack. It was the most complicated to make. So we have the last piece here. So, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? But we have 2 models in this, so that's 7. We have 2 models in this, and we have 2 models in this. You know what I mean? So it's 6 pieces of equipment, but there are different models in each one. So we have the Winton trailer here, the WTL15. Okay. So this is a based on the real world piece of equipment, obviously. A bulk trailer. She is 1.5 meters squared, which is 1,500 liters, 250 kilograms, very light. So we've got some options here on this. Okay, so we have the standard trailer, right? So that's 1.5 meter cubed, 250 kilograms. We have the extension. So this is based on the real world. You can get this as an option. So this will double your capacity to 3,000 liters, right? And the weight increases as well. You see that? So it goes from 250 kilograms to 265, right? Because obviously you're adding more to the, you're adding more weight. Like these mesh walls, they actually have mass. So, and then we have a third option, which you have the bale trailer configuration, right? So in the real world, you can take off all the side panels. You know what I mean? And you can have it in just pure bale trailer mode. Now there are tension belts on this, 3 tension belts. We'll get each version of it. We've got an option here at the back, so you can put the warning stripes or stripes, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rename that. So we have without warning strips. Oh, you idiot, wrong one. So we have without warning strips. We have red warning strips. Well, they're red and white, but you kind of get it. And we have the yellow, right? So you got a couple of options there in terms of the little shop option here for this. The attacher type, you can change from pin hitch to ball hitch. Okay, so you can change that. Ignore lubricating grease. That's because I have the lubricating grease mod installed. If we go to the mesh extension here, I can show you the color options. So you have main color. You can do that. Okay, you can make it pink, which is Tony's favorite color. Design color will be the mesh extension. So let me get something kind of obvious. All right. And then we have the rim colors. So you kind of get the idea, look. All right. Okay. So we'll get the standard version. We'll get the mesh extension with the ball hitch. We shall get the bale trailer, and we'll put on the warning strips, and we'll change the color maybe. All right. Okay. So look how small this trailer is. These are it's really small in the real world, right? So we have tension belt, tension belt, tension belt. Okay. So we look down here. We have a single connector hose here. I don't believe this will work or tip. I don't believe it will. I could be wrong though. There's an animation as well, so you have the move support here, right? So there's two separate animations on this thing, right? So we have the move support, right? And we have the handbrake. So this is a real world thing, right? So there's a handbrake here, right? So you can engage the handbrake, to obviously to stop the trailer. But when you attach or detach, there's an animation associated with it, right? Let me get this angle here. See that the handbrake disengages? That cool? So if I detach, the handbrake engages so it can't be moved, right? And then it disengages. Now, I don't know if I can I don't know in the bale trailer mode whether the tipping function actually works. It doesn't. Okay, that's what I was wondering about. So you can obviously take off the tension belts here. Let's just quickly put a bale on this. Well, we'll get the kind of the size of the bales on this thing. See how big they are. So that is literally the smaller than a bale. So we're going to have to do a bit of supermanning here. So I'm going to put the super strength on. So that thing is enormous. I mean, it is a really small trailer, right? Oh shit! Oh god dang it! Lord have mercy, crap! I need to turn off super strength, you idiot. Enter. What the? Okay, now we put on the tension belts again, right? So that's strapped down. Okay. So it basically only holds one bale. Okay, so it's a really small trailer, but it's like that in the real world, right? So this is the ball hitch version. The hydraulic hose hooks up. Okay. We shall fill it. Okay, let's get more stones. Put more stones into this. Alrighty then. Hope you're doing well, John Brock. Thank you for tuning in, sir. Apologies if I didn't mention your name previously. So that's 77%. Okay. You can obviously unload here. There's obviously an animation. Okay. So you can see the hydraulics here, right? Hydraulic piston. Ah, look at that, Tony. Look at that, huh? So I think the volume here at the bottom is coming out the bottom. You see that? Oh, let me get a picture of that from my game Steam. Get a picture of that. That needs to be adjusted, obviously. You shouldn't be able to see the stones at the bottom here, so there needs to be a slight adjustment in the fill volume, you know, to make sure it's not coming out of the bottom there. There are various animations associated with this in terms of the folding and unfolding. You have the hydraulic piston sounds, and the door has animation sounds as well. And the little latches as well. So, as I said, this is the Winton trailer. The wheels are custom. The rims are custom. So the brand on the wheels here are Kenda, Kenda. The tire thread is custom. So everything about this is custom and unique to the Winton here. Okay, you can see the warning decals here, the VIN plate, obviously the Winton logo. In the real world, it doesn't have any license plate or rear lights or anything like that. You know what I mean? In the real world, this particular trailer here is not road legal. So what would happen is, if you buy this trailer, it would be trailered to your estate or wherever you intend to use it. It's not intended for the open road. You know, it's not a road legal trailer. You can obviously use it, you know, on a farm or on an estate or whatever, you know. Of course, I'm sure farmers in the real world would probably modify a trailer like this to, you know, maybe to add license plate or lights or whatever. We'll see what Giants say. If Giants insist that we have to put lights and license plate on it, then that's easy enough to do ourselves and add. So this is a small tractor here. This is kind of the appropriate size, right? So that's really what it should look like. You've got a small subcompact tractor, and you got the little tiny Winton trailer behind that as well. So it's really designed for this kind of setup. And we have the version without the mesh extension. So you can kind of see the detail. A lot of detail on this, actually. Put a lot of work. So this was the most complex mod in terms of Blender and 3D modeling and stuff. This trailer took the longest to actually make. It turned out very well. It's extremely accurate to the real world piece of equipment. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and yeah. Let's compare it to the smallest trailer on the official mod hub, shall we? This is the Salic. As you can see, my friends, it is actually smaller than the Salic. Look. Yeah, look, she's much smaller than the Salic. My bad driving notwithstanding, of course. So you can get the idea there. Look, it's much smaller than even the base game Salic trailer, which is the smallest available in the game. So it kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like and stuff. And that, my friends, is the Winton machinery pack for from my game Steam. And as I said, this is a beta state at the moment. We're still working on it, working out a few little issues here and there, that type of thing. And yeah, we are, as I said, we're going to do our very best to get this for all platforms on the mod hub. And hopefully, if it goes well and, it gets good downloads or whatever, we may update the mod in future with more pieces of equipment from Winton Machinery. We'll see how things go, that type of thing. But for right now, this is what is going to be included in the pack, And yeah, hopefully people like it and enjoy it or whatever, use it hopefully. So there you go, my friends. That is a kind of a bit of a world exclusive, I guess. Upcoming mod from my game Steam and mod the Winton Machinery Pack. And I hope you guys maybe enjoyed that or passed away an hour or whatever. We have been streaming now for an hour and 8 minutes. I think that's probably a good point to call it. So, my friends, I'm going to say thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And God willing, we shall see you again in the next one, whenever that may be. But for right now, take care. Bye bye.